baseball. Tonight's game features the North Bay League Shaughnessy Championship game between the Santa Rosa Panthers and the regular season champion, Ukiah Wildcats. Tonight's game is sponsored by Food for Less. Our name says it, our price is proven. North Bay Truck Works, your winning team for truck repairs, modifications, and painting. Farmers Lane Foods with Burger King locations on Mendocino Avenue, Farmers Lane, and Santa Rosa Avenue. And Rogers and Young Insurance for all the insurance you need. Now we take you down to the field for the start of tonight's Game of the Week. Hello and welcome to Doyle Park for the 1994 NBL Tournament Championship game. The Ukiah Wildcats, the regular season champions, against the Santa Rosa Panthers, now officially the runner-ups in the NBL, and it's been a hard battle to get here for them. I'm Dave Cox, along with Pat McDonald. A great opportunity for Santa Rosa here tonight, Pat. They've had a tough season starting off, but they're finishing strong and right here in a chance to win this NBL Tournament Championship.
Yeah, you're exactly right there, Dave. They started the season off real slow, but Coach Mel Arnrich and the team turned things around, came on in league. They beat Newman 3 out of 4 times, beat Montgomery 4 out of 4, and thus they come into this NBL Championship Tournament in good form, and they are doing well. They're here in the championship game tonight.
Ukiah Wildcats, the regular season champions, they finished strong with an 11-4 record, and they had a real tough battle to get here tonight, knocking off Pioneer 3-2, but it wasn't easy. Gene Lindsay was at bat in the 7th inning with the bases loaded. They got him to pop up, thus they're here. Santa Rosa, on the other hand, had a real tough battle against Cardinal Newman, a 5-4 game, which saw them blow a lead in the top of the 7th, come back and retake the lead in the bottom of the 7th. So both teams have had real tough battles to get here.
Yeah, both games have been really exciting, and tonight should be nothing less. This game we just saw a real good game here before in the SCL Championship. This game should be a real good one.
Another motivational factor perhaps for Santa Rosa is the fact that they played Ukiah about a week ago and were defeated soundly. A very tough loss for them, and they got a chance, a little bit of motivation to come back and perhaps even the score with the Wildcats.
Yeah, no one likes losing by 10 runs, and especially against the league championship team here. Santa Rosa's going to come in here with all their guns firing, going all out and trying to beat this Ukiah team and prove that they belong up here.
So it should be a great game tonight here at Doyle Park, the NBL Tournament Championship game. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the start of tonight's game after this timeout. This place.
Burger King on Mendocino Avenue is proud to announce its grand reopening, featuring the new soft play playground for kids. Kids will love the soft play playground's twisty slide, the bouncy ball bat, and the wiggly web designed to absorb the roughest play. After your kids are through playing in the new soft play playground, let them enjoy a hamburger kids meal for only $1.99. Plus, everybody gets free drink refills. Don't miss the grand reopening of Burger King on Mendocino Avenue, right across from SRJC.
At Food for Less, we're just minutes away from anywhere in Santa Rosa and well worth the drive.
We live in the JC area. We just hop on 101 and come over on 12. It's very easy.
I live on Hohen and Yulupa, and I just go down Hohen Avenue and then take Highway 12. It takes me about 10 minutes. It's very convenient.
Food for Less's convenient Santa Rosa location is getting even more convenient. Check it out, and remember, you'll still get the lowest prices and the best service in town.
We're back at Doyle Park, getting set for the start of tonight's game. The Ukiah Wildcats are on the field. They're on defense first tonight. The Santa Rosa Panthers will have this lineup to face TJ Belfonte tonight. Kwame Clark leads it off. He's pitching tonight. Batting second is Matt Keegan, the left fielder. Batting third is Matt Amaral, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Luke Bremner at first base. Hitting fifth tonight and catching is Scott Gage. Chad Hale is in center field. He bats sixth. Reed Vincent is at third. Hitting seventh. Steve Dubois gets the start in right field, hitting eighth. And Marcus McGilton is the DH, batting ninth tonight for the Santa Rosa Panthers, as announced by their head coach, Mel Arnrich. TJ Belfonte gets the start tonight for the Ukiah Wildcats. He was not announced earlier in the week as the starter, but he does get the nod here tonight. And here is the rest of the defense for the Ukiah Wildcats here tonight. Bo Johnson is at first base. Jared Sonula is at second. Renee Cabada is the shortstop. Casey Saunders is at third base. The outfield is Brett Pethel, Devin Boyle, and Ryan Dickinson. The catcher tonight is Brian Camp. And as we said earlier, TJ Belfonte is the pitcher tonight for the league champion Ukiah Wildcats, as announced by their head coach, Marshall Falgo. Here are the numbers on TJ Belfonte here on the season. 18 innings pitched, 9 earned runs. He's given up 17 hits, 15 strikeouts, 14 walks, a 2-1 record. His ERA is 3.50 on the year. Stepping in now is Kwame Clark for the Panthers, and the first pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. Belfonte has very good velocity, brings it up there well. Pretty good control, also has a hard slider that we'll see him use on occasion here tonight and try to keep the Panthers off balance. Kwame Clark has been a solid performer for Santa Rosa all year. You see he's hit .333 on the year, 21 hits on the season for the Panthers. He's played a lot of different positions this year, Pat, and done well any place Mel Arnrich needs him to fill in a spot and perform for the Panthers.
Well, Kwame's definitely a utility guy. He's a good leadoff hitter, and he can pitch and play the center field position real well.
Play ball.
Inside pitch is fouled sharply into the parking lot by Clark. Clark will be doing the pitching tonight for Santa Rosa. Pitched 3 shutout innings the last time they faced Ukiah. And the main concern with Mel Arnrich defensively tonight is try to stop the running game of Ukiah. Pat, they've stolen 113 bases this year. That's one thing the Panthers are going to have to keep them from doing in order to have a chance to win this game tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because Kwame's going to be the guy that's going to be asked to stop it, but he's the speedster for Santa Rosa, and again, leadoff hitter. Belfonte gone outside with 1 pitch and inside with 2, going to work outside again.
Santa Rosa likes to run a little bit as well, and if Mel Arnrich can get an early lead, he has said that they will be very aggressive tonight and try to give Ukiah a little bit of their own medicine and try to keep them guessing a little bit defensively as well.
Well, it's no secret to anybody. Each one of these teams like to score first, but I think it'd be real important for Santa Rosa to get ahead. That way they can play their game and be in control, and it won't have to play catch-up tonight against a fine Ukiah team.
2-2 to Clark. The pitch is inside, 3-2. Belfonte a little bit wild.
Well, again, Dave, you alerted to Belfonte. He's only pitched 18 innings, and he does get the start here tonight in the NBL championship game, and shows some confidence in him.
Ryan Dickinson, of course, is the ace of the staff for the Wildcats, and he went the distance to beat Piner. He has 9 wins, 1 loss, a 2.93 ERA coming into that game, so he's the guy that really is the workhorse for their pitching staff, and of course it'd be very tough to come back with a couple of days rest, but we may see him somewhere down the line if this is a close game going into the 6th and 7th inning.
Tonight Ryan's out in right field, and that's a position where you like to put the strongest arm on the team in case there are plays. Right fielder does make a lot of throws to third base and home.
Full count to Clark. Leadoff man for the Panthers trying to get aboard to set the table, and the pitch is low for ball 4. Belfonte thought he had a strike, but Clark jogs down to first, and the Panthers are in business here to start the game off. Matt Keegan will now step in, the left fielder for the Panthers.
Yeah, on that 3-2 pitch, Camp, the catcher, tried to sell the call by coming up throwing, but the ball was a little bit low.
Keegan hitting .243 on the year, has 1 home run. That was against Piner, 10 RBIs. Good power and good speed here at the top of the lineup for the Panthers. Johnson from the stretch, low and away, ball 1. It'll be interesting to see if the Panthers do get things going here early. Coach Mel Arnrich flashing the signs outside of the dugout down the third base line for Santa Rosa. Clark goes. The pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down is in time, and Clark is tagged out for the first out of the game. Camp put that one right on the money, although shortstop Jared Sonula had to make a sweeping tag. It looked like a very close play down at second. We'll have to get another look at that one to see how close it was.
Kwame didn't get a great jump, but he finished strong, and it looked like he might have been there. But Sonula with a good tag. Camp came up firing.
There's the slider, and Keegan waves at that one. Very tough pitch to pick up, as Belfonte, with good velocity, also throws the hard slider, so it's tough for the batters to be able to read that pitch, and it's now 1-2 to Keegan.
Run him inside. Run him inside. Cut the corner.
Well, that out call at second is really key early in that game, early in this game, because Santa Rosa did want to run. Kwame comes sliding in. Kwame just got there, and close play.
Keegan steps out. That was indeed a close play at second base. Again, the throw was there in time, but it was a matter of getting the tag down because the throw was up a little bit.
Yeah, Kwame slid toward the center field part of the second base bag, and that's what could have made the difference in his favor.
1-2 pitch on the way to Keegan, and it's a breaking ball that just misses high. 2-2.
Belfonte playing around a lot with that breaking stuff. He goes hard, like you said. And looks like tonight he's got confidence in his breaking ball.
Another slider, this time hit well to center field, but Doyle has a beat on it. And there's 2 away for the Panthers here in the first. And that will bring Matt Amerlin to the plate tonight. Playing shortstop tonight, Chris Buckles is not playing here tonight. One of the top players, of course, for the Panthers and the best athlete on the team by far. And a little bit of disciplinary action by Mel Arnrich here, trying to make a point to his players and his young team. And tonight, Matt Amerlin gets the start at shortstop. Normally the second baseman for the squad. And you can see he's had a great year. .333 average, 3 doubles on the season for the Panthers. Fastball, Amerlin hits it to third. Nice catch by Saunders. And the inning is done for the Panthers. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Belfonte cruises through the first inning, and it's 0-0. The Ukiah Wildcats, one of the top hitting teams in the league. They are the league champions. They hit .315 on the season. As we mentioned earlier, they stole 113 bases. An awesome offensive team. They hit 6 home runs as a team, which is very strong as well. Bo Johnson, their cleanup hitter, had 4, which tied him for the league lead with Gene Lindsay. So the Santa Rosa Panthers really have their work cut out for them to try to hold this high-scoring offense down and try and stay in this game.
You guys got a real tough lineup. Real good hitters all the way 1 through 6, and then the other 7, 8, 9, and no easy task either.
Here's the Ukiah Wildcats starting lineup. Brett Pethel leads it off in left field. Renee Cabada is at shortstop. Ryan Dickinson is in right field. Casey Saunders is at third base. Bo Johnson is at first base batting 5th. Jared Sonula is at second base hitting 6th. Eagle Jones is the designated hitter in the 7th spot. Brian Camp is in the 8th spot at catcher. And Devin Boyle is in center field hitting 9th tonight for the league champion Ukiah Wildcats. One of the defensive moves that Mel Arnrich has made tonight is to put Scott Gage, the senior, behind the plate. Most of the year they've had a sophomore back there, but he wants a little bit of added arm, a little bit more athletic, and the experience of the senior behind the plate in this big of a game to try to stop Ukiah.
Definitely a good move by Coach Arnrich. This is a big game. There are a lot of people out here tonight. The pressure's on. The catcher for Santa Rosa is going to be key. He's going to have to work with Kwame.
Hey, bro.
And here is the rest of the defense tonight for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Luke Bremner is at first base. Zach Alexander at second. Matt Amerlin is the shortstop. Reed Benson is playing third base tonight. The outfield, Matt Keegan, Chad Hale, and Steve Dubois. Scott Gage is behind the plate. And Kwame Clark is getting the nod at pitcher tonight for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Kwame Clark, an interesting story. Didn't play in his sophomore or junior years here at Santa Rosa, but here he is in his senior year, and he's on the hill. He played big league baseball the last couple years in the Rincon Valley program, And he's done a great job for Santa Rosa. Has been used a little bit as a closer. Gets the start here tonight because of his athletic ability and his ability to slide step to the plate. We'll see if the Wildcats can get a jump off him tonight. And if that is a great move by Mel Arnage to give Kwame the start.
Well, most people know that George Horney has been the main pitcher here for Santa Rosa throughout the year, but Kwame's also been a big part of the pitching staff, and again, Mel showing a lot of confidence in him tonight.
Brett Pethel leads it off with a .362 average, 2 doubles, good wheels. Pethel has stolen a lot of bases, 16 for 16 running, and his on-base average is well over 400, so a great leadoff man for the Wildcats.
Almost no reason to even pitch out against that guy. All you're doing is giving up a ball.
Off-speed pitch gets Pethel out front, and it's 1-2. The SCL championship game was a real barn burner. Casa Grande came from behind 10-2 to beat Sonoma 11-10 in 8 innings.
And both these teams, Santa Rosa and Ukiah, are waiting down here for a long time. We'll see if that affects them at all. We got a late start here tonight. Getting started about 8:45.
2-2 to Pethel. Fastball fouled off. And the count remains 2-2.
Now you can do it.
I was talking earlier about how important Kwame is tonight, but also Scott Gage behind the plate is going to be real important for him to call the pitches, move around behind the plate. He's already doing that. Those breaking balls, he's staying outside. And Kwame's trying to go inside right there on that last pitch. He's going to come inside again.
Clark has thrown 24 1/3 innings this year and walked just 13 batters and a 2.88 ERA. So he's done a real nice job of keeping the ball around the plate. And it's 3-2 now to Pethel. Kerr misses inside, so Clark walks the leadoff man, as did his counterpart TJ Belfonte. And now we get a chance to see the Wildcats go into action here with Rene Cabada, the shortstop, stepping up.
Kwame threw a lot of breaking balls in that at bat. Now, with the runner on first, is he going to have to go to his fastball, or what's he going to do?
Cabada hit .390 this year with 1 home run, 11 RBIs. First baseman Luke Bremner is going to have a word with Clark now and see what they can do about keeping Pethel from getting a big jump. 16 for 16 on the regular season, has not been thrown out yet. And Pethel's going. A curveball fouled back. Wildcats with the hit and run on.
Ukiah wastes no time going right into their game.
There's the head coach Marshall Falgo for the Wildcats. These two teams have had some good games this year. Their last meeting of the regular season, a 10-run victory for Ukiah. The Panthers were not real thrilled about that, so they'd really like to avenge that loss.
Pethel gets back in, standing up on that last throw over to first base.
Pitch out, nothing doing. And it's 1-1.
Pethel shortened his lead there about a half a step and wasn't going anywhere on that play. Didn't even get very much of a secondary lead.
Fastball swung on and missed. Good placement on that 1-1 pitch by Clark. Pethel at first, no outs for Ukiah. Rene Cabada at the plate, bluff, and the ball is hit high and deep to left center field. Hale going back, and it is up against the wall. Pethel will be waved around the plate, and he will score. Cabada with a stand-up double and an RBI, and Ukiah leads it 1-0.
Pethel missed third base as he's rounding. The umpire just made the out call.
Holy smokes, we have an out call. In high school baseball, there is no appeal play made. It's an automatic call for the umpires, and Casey Roberts, who is the third base ump tonight, makes the call. Pethel is out for missing the bag, and it's still 0-0.
Yeah, Dave, Cabada drilled that ball way deep. Pethel got going. He was going to score easily, but here's the play again. Hale running after it, getting the ball back in the infield. Right there, you're going to see he did not
See if we can get another look at that slowed down.
He just missed third base. And the home plate umpire saw the play and made the correct call, as does the whole Santa Rosa dugout. I saw it from up here also.
See if we can take a look at that one more time. Nice and slow, and see if we can actually see it. Here he comes around third base.
Comes around, he never touches the bag.
Looks like he might have got a piece of it there. Very, very close to that inside corner of the bag. So a tough break for the Wildcats. Fastball hit well to center field. Hale going back near the 350 mark, and it's inside the park. Here comes another runner to the plate. Cabada being waved in. The throw gets through the infield, and Ukiah now leads it 1-0. Look for a moment like that one might be gone. It's a triple for Dickinson, and Ukiah now leads 1-0. Dickinson hit that one a long, long way. Hale going back to the fence. And you can see Ryan Dickinson, one of the top pitchers in the league, can also swing the bats.
Both balls against Kwame tonight have been hit deep to center field. You'll see Dickinson gets a pitch to hit. Actually, you won't see it, but you see Hale come up with the ball. Rounding third is Cabada. He's going to score easily.
Casey Saunders now will step in for Ukiah. Wildcats coming out swinging the bat. A double and then a triple for their 2 and 3 hitters. Saunders with a 4.05 average, 7 doubles and 20 RBIs. Curve in the dirt. Gage got a piece of it, but he's safe. Dickinson scores on the wild pitch, and it's 2-0 Ukiah.
Ball in the dirt. Gage does his best to block it. Doesn't get all of it. And Dickinson safe at home for the second run tonight.
Well, the one thing the Panthers didn't want to do was come out here and spot the Wildcats a couple of runs, and that's exactly what they've done. The only out coming on the call of Pethel for missing third base. So 1 out, no one on now. 2 runs on the board for Ukiah here in the bottom of the first. Clark from the windup, curve, misses away. Clark going to the breaking ball now, maybe a little bit reluctant to come in with a fastball because the last 2 of them have been turned around on him. Two-1 to Saunders. Fastball gets it by him, and it's 2-2. Bo Johnson waits on deck.
Well, it's easy for us to say, but Kwame just got to settle down here, start this game over, try to get out of this inning and have Santa Rosa come back.
Curve, bounce to third. Benson can't get it. Amerlin backhands, but he'll have no play. An infield hit for Saunders. The third straight hit for Ukiah. And now Bo Johnson, the league leader, tied with Gene Lindsay with 4 home runs on the season, will step in. A little bit later tonight, we'll be naming the 1994 NBL All-League team as we take a look at that last play.
He hits the ball in between third and short. There's not much the Santa Rosa infield can do with that. Things not going Santa Rosa's way early.
We'll be announcing that All-League selection as voted by the coaches in the middle of the third inning tonight. A lot of All-League players on the field for both of these 2 teams, as you could expect from the 1 and 2 teams in the league. Pitch out, nothing doing. Saunders has stolen 14 bases in 15 attempts, so he's been known to run as well. Johnson with a 262 average. Pops it up, foul, and out of play. One and one now to Johnson. Clark throws over, checking Saunders back in. The runner goes. Johnson strokes it to center field. Hale coming in, has it. Will have a chance for a double play. The throw is high, however, and gets by Bremner. And Saunders makes it back into first base.
Another ball hit to center field off Kwame Clark. Ukiah just going right back up the middle with his ball. They're waiting on it, being patient. See, Johnson takes the ball right back up the middle, but this time Hale can catch it. He comes up firing. Has a chance for a double play if he puts it on the money, but a tough throw.
Runner goes. Gage throws it low. And Saunders is in with a stolen base. Pitch was a strike to Sonula.
I'll tell you what, these Ukiah guys got wheels. He didn't even slide going to the second base. He had that stolen easily.
Sonula with a .375 average, 3 doubles, 16 RBIs for Ukiah. Curve blown away. 1-1. Clark hits the outside corner. It's 1-2.
And again, that's what Kwame's going to have to do to get back in the ball game. He was leaving the ball out over the plate a little bit too much. He's going to have to start hitting the corners.
Fastball low, 2-2 now. It's a Sonula with 2 outs here in the first. Ukiah has already racked up 2 runs on 3 hits here in this first inning. Curve away. Ukiah showing very good patience at the plate. They have yet to swing at that pitch in the dirt from Clark. Fastball drilled to center again. Hale going back will not catch up to this one. Saunders scores easily, and it's a double for Sonula. And Ukiah now leads it 3-0. The Wildcats have come out stroking. Chad Hale in center field getting a workout here in the first.
Sonula gets the ball over the plate again. Again over Hale's head. He's getting to know that warning track early.
Jones now steps in, the designated hitter. And the first pitch is hit right back to Clark. He'll take his time, flip to first. And the inning is over for Ukiah, but not until the Wildcats come up with 3 runs to start things off on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. At the end of 1 full inning of play here at Doyle Park in the NBL Tournament Championship, it's 3-0 Ukiah.
I used to spend days on the phone nailing down my insurance policies, but I finally simplified things. Rogers & Young handles it all. My business package, workers' compensation, employee benefits, everything my business needs, and everything I need for my sanity. Now I can focus on my golf game. It needs it.
Rogers & Young works with the Allied Group to bring you comprehensive business insurance. Rogers & Young and Allied, an unbeatable twosome.
A big crowd here tonight at Doyle Park for this NBL Tournament Championship game. The crowd has been building. The early game tonight was the SCL Championship game, and a great one won by Casa Grande. Here tonight, you see the Wildcats have jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and Santa Rosa will now have to play come from behind, Pat, something they didn't want to have to do tonight.
No, they didn't. Not with Ukiah's running game. Now Ukiah's got the lead 3-0. When they get up at bat next time, they get guys on base, they can just go ahead and run wild because they have nothing to lose, and Santa Rosa's going to have to plug away.
TJ Belfonte got through the first inning without much trouble, although he walked the leadoff man. Clark was thrown out stealing. And then he got 2 fly ball outs to end the inning. Luke Bremner will lead it off now for Santa Rosa to face TJ Belfonte. Bremner with a .388 average, the leading hitter on the squad. 26 hits this year.
Well, Luke's not only leading hitter on the team, he's also the team leader. He's the first baseman, keeps these guys up, keeps them going. So he would be a good person here tonight to start things off for Santa Rosa and try to get them back in the ball game.
The pitch is inside and just misses Bremner. 1-0. Bremner pops it up. It's going to be out of play as Bo Johnson runs out of room down the first baseline, and it's 1-1 to Bremner. Panthers really need to get something positive going here in the second inning after Ukiah has scored those 3 runs in the bottom of first, trying to get a little bit of momentum and a little bit of confidence back from the Wildcats.
Bremner a little bit impatient as Ukiah trying to get their sign straight.
Curve misses up high, and it's 2-1. Fastball fouled off again, and the count goes 2-2 to Luke Bremner here to start the second for Santa Rosa. On deck for the Panthers is the catcher, Scott Gage.
Good hitter now, Luke.
Belfonte with a long look in for this 2-2 pitch. Fastball, Bremner slices it down the first base line, and Johnson stabs it for out number 1. Bo Johnson played Bremner perfectly that time as he stabs the line drive, and now Scott Gage will step in, the catcher.
Ukiah's defense playing pretty much straight away. Third baseman is hugging the line. Not going to give up anything down that line.
Gage with a .294 average this season.
Belfonte and Camp really taking a lot of time in between pitches, getting their signs straight, and a lot of the Santa Rosa hitters don't like that. They're stepping out, calling time. And but Belfonte's staying right with his game. He's not letting that change his tone of pitching, and that's a good job by him.
Curve misses inside, 1-0.
A lot of those games go back and forth between the pitcher and the batter.
Camp looks like he's picking up the signals from the dugout, so that may be also contributing to the delay as he tries to get his signs from one of the Ukiah coaches. Another curve to Gage is in for a strike, 1-1.
Sometimes as a coach over there, you don't know what sign to give, and you sit there and you delay, and see Camp looking over.
Fastball, Gage rips it into left field, a base hit. The Panthers with their first hit of the ball game with 1 out here in the second.
Belfonte threw a fastball. It was down, but Gage drove the ball to left field for Santa Rosa's first hit. And you see that on the replay. The ball was down.
Chad Hale now steps in for Santa Rosa. Had quite a workout in the bottom of the first out in center field. Wildcats came out stroking the bat. A couple off the wall. Right now with a chance to help the offense for Santa Rosa. .257 average for Hale. And this one misses up and away for ball 1.
Scott Gage getting a good lead over there first. Doesn't get cheated a bit.
Gage has pretty good wheels, so it'll be interesting to see if the Panthers try and steal here, even though they are down by 3 runs. It is early in the game. Belfonte will check Gage back to the bag with a lob throw.
Again, a lot of different things going on in Mel Arnich's mind here. Is he gonna want to try to play for one run here? Try to let him steal. If he gets caught here stealing, it could be a long night for Santa Rosa.
Might have been a pitch out. The pitch was away. It didn't look like the catcher moved initially. But it is 2-0 now. Here's another look. The catcher didn't move out as if it wore a pitch up, but the pitch was definitely up and away. Another pitch up, and it's 3-0 to Hale. Wildcats a little leery of the Panthers running game right here, it appears.
And they really shouldn't be. They're up 3-0, and they've got the offense. They've got the running game. There's one out. Don't want to give Santa Rosa a good starting point.
Ball forward to Hale. Panthers with runners at first and second here and one out, and Reed Benson stepping to the plate.
Coach going right on out to talk to Belfonte. Let him know that, hey, our team's got the lead. Go ahead, pitch to the batter. He's the guy we want to get right now. Don't let Santa Rosa back into the ball game.
Belfonte had come in with a very nice strikeout ratio, although, as you can tell by his numbers, he has had some control problems. 14 walks in just 18 innings, so almost a walk an inning, although his strikeout ratio is right there also with 15 strikeouts in 18 innings.
Well, he does throw the ball hard, and sometimes for a high school kid, it's not always easy to control.
Reed Benson steps in. 3 doubles, 7 RBIs on the season for Benson.
Again, playing on this big field here at Doyle Park, there are going to be a lot of chances for balls to get in the gap and for guys like Benson to double tonight.
Curve, Benson hits it towards the hole. Cabada with a quick throw for one to Saunders, and no play at first as Hale slides in strong at second base to break up the double play. A nice play by Cabada to get at least one out. The Panthers now with runners at the corners here in 2 outs.
Very well done by Cabada. You see he goes to his backhand side, goes deep in the hole. He's only got one play. That's to Sonyala at second. They get him out easily for the second out of the inning.
And that play at second is an interesting one because that was one of the big disputes in the Newman-Santa Rosa game was a hard slide in that was ruled a double play by interference. Here's another look at the slide in. See a good hard slide still on the bag. And a nice job to break up the double play by Hale. Steve Dubois now steps in for Santa Rosa, just a sophomore, and was recently brought up at the end of the regular season from the junior varsity squad. Dubois is hitting .115, 3 hits and 3 RBIs coming in. Got a few games under his belt towards the end of the year for the Panthers varsity squad here. And getting the start tonight, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Belfonte coming right up with the heat, and it's working so far.
There you see Scott Gage at third. He's singled with one out. Curve down in the dirt, and it's 2-2 to Steve Dubois. On deck for the Panthers is Marcus McGilton, the designated hitter. Curve got him looking. Belfonte strikes out Dubois to end the inning, and the Panthers come up empty here in the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on for Santa Rosa. And we'll head now to the bottom of the second here at Doyle Park. It's 3-0 Ukiah. Every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 8 p.m., the best in local sports coverage. It's PNC Channel 3's Game of the Week. Sponsored by Rogers & Young Insurance, for all the insurance you need. North Bay Truck Works, your winning team for truck repairs, modifications, and painting. Farmers Lane Foods, with Burger King locations on Mendocino Avenue, Farmers Lane, and Santa Rosa Avenue. And Food for Less. Our name says it, our prices prove it. Catch all the action only on PNC. Ukiah as we head to the bottom of the second. Kwame Clark still on the hill for Santa Rosa. We'll see if he can fare better against the Wildcat lineup here as he faces the 8, 9, and 1 hitters here in the second inning. Brian Camp, the catcher, will lead it off for Ukiah.
Now batting, the catcher, number 21, Brian Camp.
Camp hits a fly ball to center field, actually second base, excuse me, and Zach Alexander has it. Looked like that one might be a little deeper off the bat, but an easy put out for Zach Alexander for out number 1.
Yeah, Kwame jams at Camp a little bit, and easy pop-up, put away for Alexander.
Stepping in now will be Devin Doyle, the center fielder. And it's a curve that misses inside, 1-0. Doyle, a .311 hitter with 1 double and 4 RBIs this year for Ukiah. Fastball hit into shallow center field. Hale coming in, makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, Ukiah sure is going right back up the middle with every pitch that Kwame's throwing. They aren't hitting the ball left field or right field. The only ball that hasn't been hunted up the middle is a cheap little hit they got down in between third and short tonight.
Brett Pethel will now step in. He walked back in the first inning. And the curve is swung on and missed for strike 1. Bethel scored in the first but was ruled out as he was ruled to have missed third base. A big call. We'll see if that one plays out, if this game gets to be close as we go on here tonight. 0-2, Clark quickly ahead of him.
You don't want to go right here.
Fastball, got him. Clark with a 1-2-3 inning in the second. We'll see if that will inspire the Panthers as we head to the third. And the score remains Ukiah 3, Santa Rosa 0.
Farmers Lane Foods, operating its 3 Santa Rosa Burger King restaurants with true school spirit.
Love this place.
Where you can get a free cheeseburger by getting an A on your report card.
Where your school gets free IBM computer equipment through the Burgers 4 Bytes program.
Stop by any of the 3 locally owned and operated Burger King restaurants for details.
You've worked hard to get here. Your success means you now have more to protect. At Rogers & Young Insurance, our personal lines give you the security you're looking for. In your business, we can help keep you moving forward with an insurance package crafted to your needs. Insuring your future requires careful planning and guidance from professionals. Rogers & Young, for all the insurance you need.
3-0 as we head to the third. Marcus McGilton will lead it off for Santa Rosa, the designated hitter. I want to remind you that in the middle of the third inning, we will announce the NBL All-League team for 1994 as voted in by the coaches from the North Bay League. Marcus McGilton with a 150 average on the year, 3 hits and no RBIs.
Marcus McGilton.
TJ Belfonte now in his third inning of work as he faces McGilton, who hits it down the left field line, close to the line, a long way to go for Pethel, and he makes the catch. Ball carried a lot further than it looked like off the bat, and a high inside pitch. And Pethel ran it down nicely for the first out. And that'll bring up Kwame Clark, the pitcher, and leadoff man for Santa Rosa. And the pitch hits Clark.
We didn't beat him on purpose.
Belfonte tried to start him out with the inside breaking ball, just stayed in there. Got Kwame. Not going to hurt too bad. Again, it's a breaking ball. Right on the thigh. Should not be a problem with him. He looks okay.
So Clark is on base now as Matt Keegan steps in. Saw the umpire jump between Clark and Belfonte quickly, trying to keep anything from flaring up, as there were some tempers that kind of showed up in the last meeting between these two teams. And we'd hate to see anything like that happen here tonight in the NBL championship.
It's definitely been in the air, not only in high school baseball, but on other levels as well.
Fastball to Keegan, and he fouls it off.
He fouled it off himself, and he's aching a little bit. Looks like Keegan might get jammed. He fouls that ball hard off his left inside foot. I was watching Kwame Clark at first base. Didn't get a huge lead that time at all, and he also was blowing a bubble, so I didn't think he was going. Mellors might want to play a little bit safer now.
One and one now to Keegan. Belfonte with a hard throw into first, checking Clark back to the bag. See if the Panthers will try and get anything going here. Down by 3 in the third. Clark holds the pitches in the dirt. Nice stop by Camp, and it's 2-1 to Keegan.
Camp does a good job behind the plate. Did a real good job blocking that ball, but what he does well, from what I've seen him so far in these first 3 innings, is he keeps Belfonte's target real low, so he can't get in too much trouble with pitches up in the strike zone.
Fastball is in. 2-2 now to Keegan. Matt Emerlin, the shortstop, waits on deck for Santa Rosa. Belfonte with another lob throw over, keeping Clark honest. Our first night game of the year here at Doyle Park. It's good to be back here at Doyle. The city has done a really nice job in resurrecting this field. Pitch in the dirt. Did Keegan go? No call. And the count will go to 3-2.
Close call there. Another good job by Camp, but the umpire says no swing.
Clark goes. The pitch is low. Ball 4.
Well, this is just what Santa Rosa ordered. Number 3 hitter up, 2 guys on base.
Amerlin now steps in. He hit the ball well in his first trip to the plate, but right at the shortstop, Rene Cabada. Here are the Panthers with runners at first and second and 1 out, trailing by 3.
And Matt Keegan over at first base is walking a little gingerly. You'll see if that comes into play on an extra base hit for Santa Rosa.
Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Belfonte now has walked 3 hitters through 2 1/3.
You know what, Jeff? I'm sitting right in behind you, Ref. I'm dead up.
Fastball, Amerlin tips it foul, a little bit out in front of that one. Got a good pitch to hit. Kickoff move thrown into center field. Clark will move up. Keegan also coming in hard, and he makes it to second base. Big break for the Panthers as they move runners into scoring position at second and third here with 1 out. Nobody was covering that time, but Belfonte threw the ball anyways.
Yeah, Belfonte did a little spin move. He doesn't have to throw the ball here. There's nobody there at second base. There's no rule that says he has to throw the ball. Kwame literally takes off and heads for third, but you know what was even better base running was Matt Keegan. You saw the second baseman was not there covering. He's watching the ball in center field. Keegan comes up big. Smart play.
So Amerlin has a chance to get the Panthers right back into this one with a base hit. 1 out, runners on second and third. And the pitch just misses outside. 2-1 to Matt Amerlin. Luke Bremner, the cleanup man, waits on deck for the Panthers.
Unless the hitter's pitch, Amerlin should get something he likes to hit here. 333, 15 RBIs, wants to add 2 more.
Wildcats playing the defense back. And that was a strike, 2-2.
Belfonte went back with the heat, kept it low, got the call. Couldn't ask for a better pitch right there.
Bring it up.
2-2 now to Amerlin. The pitch is hit into left field. A base hit. Clark will score. Keegan being waved to the plate. The throw from Pethel is high. Keegan scores. Amerlin moves up to second, and he'll hold there. It's 3-2. Amerlin delivers a 2 RBI single. Moves up on the throw, an error by left fielder Brett Pethel, and it's 3-2 Ukiah.
Amerlin drove the ball hard to left field. Here it is, pitch out over the plate. Great job, number 3 hitter picks up 2 more RBIs. Pethel comes up firing. Coach Dunn had no question. He was sending the runner, Keegan. Ball goes high and nobody backing up. Santa Rosa back in the ball game. The crowd is on their feet.
And Marshall Falgo is going to make a pitching change for Ukiah. Looks like Jeff Clary, number 20. Early in the week, Clary was announced as the starter. And now Clary will get a chance to come on in relief of T.J. Belfonte. The Panthers with a big base hit right there by Amerlin. Not sure how much Clary got to throw in the bullpen. Here's another look at Amerlin's base hit.
Amerlin gets it out into left field, no problem. Cabata made a dive, couldn't get to it. And Kwame scores, and Keegan's right behind him. And Amerlin moves up to second on the overthrow. That's just what the doctor ordered for Santa Rosa.
Panthers have been that kind of a team all year long. Down but never out. They came into league without winning a game in their pre-league schedule. Finished up very strong, 8-7. Won 6 of their last 7 games. And the only loss in that 7-game stretch was to these Ukiah Wildcats.
With the pitching change by Ukiah, you can't say that Coach Marshall Falgott does not have a quick hook. As soon as he saw his pitcher getting in trouble, walking a few guys, couple hits, goes right to the bullpen.
Now batting, first baseman, number 20,
Luke Bremner now steps in for the Panthers. Amerlin at second. And still only 1 out. Clary's pitch misses up high, a ball.
Again, you pointed out he couldn't have had a whole lot of time to warm up in the bullpen. We'll see how he pitches. To Bremner here.
Clary gets a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Bremner, the cleanup man, came into tonight's game with 12 RBIs for Santa Rosa.
Again, the Ukiah pitchers, the Santa Rosa batters, not on the same page. Not getting ready at the same time in there.
Jeff Clary from the stretch, a curve, misses up high. It's 2-1 to Luke Bremner. Here's Jeff Clary's numbers on the year, a 1-1 record. 12 innings pitched, 17 hits, 8 strikeouts, and 13 walks. So also has had control trouble. And he falls behind the first hitter he faces, 3-1.
You know that Ryan Dickinson, the right fielder, is the ace of the staff. 9 wins on the year and 3 saves. Could see him before the end of the night.
2 days rest, kind of a lot to ask, but I imagine if this does get into the 6th or 7th and it's a close game, we may see Dickinson. Fastball to Bremner, hit down the third baseline. A nice stop by Sanders. The throw is high, but Bo Johnson keeps his foot on the bag for the out. Ukiah has played good defense this year. They have a 94% fielding percentage for their team, making around an average of about 1 error per game. And that's what it takes to be a league champion.
Well, they definitely have the pitching and the hitting, and there's got to be some defense that comes along with it.
Scott Gage now steps in for the Panthers with 2 outs and a chance to tie the game. The pitch is low for ball 1.
Camp getting dirty, getting down, making the stop. He's having a good game behind the plate so far.
Curve in for a strike. Clary finally finding the zone with that pitch. Gage is 1 for 1 with a single tonight. Got the first hit of the game for Santa Rosa back in the 2nd inning. Another curve, this time on the outside corner, and it's 1-2.
Clary goes back to the breaking ball away and gets a call.
This one misses in the dirt. It's 2-2 to Gage. Chad Hale, the center fielder, is on deck for Santa Rosa. Panthers with 2 runs on the board here in the 3rd. Trail by 1 with 2 outs and a runner at second. Fastball, Gage tips it foul, and the count remains 2-2. Another curve. Gage bounces it to second. Sonula has it, throws, and just does get him. Great hustle by Scott Gage. And the side is retired. The Panthers come up with 2 here in the third. And we'll now head to our announcement of the 1994 NBL All-League team. The score, Ukiah with 3 in the first, Santa Rosa with 2 in the third. And it looks like we've got ourselves a good one, Pat.
Yeah, Clary did a good job coming in. After the 2 runs were scored by Santa Rosa, he kept the ball away. Got Gage to ground out to end the inning. Sure makes a lot more fun when we have close games out here. Manny Barrios and I do the PA analysis. Real nice touch out here at Doyle Park. Doing all year for Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa technically isn't the home team here in this game, but he showed up, and we all thank him for that.
So Kwame Clark still on the hill for Santa Rosa as we get set to announce the NBL All-League team for 1994. And here we go, starting with the outfielders and pitchers. Chris Buckles, Clint Church, Ryan England, and Brett Pethel are the outfielders for the All-League team. The pitching staff for them. Welcome back. Is up high. It's 2-1. We'll bring up those infielders for the All-League team in just a moment here. As Gage makes a snap throw down to third, and they've got Cabana. Huge play. Scott Gage with a snap throw down to third. First out of the inning.
Cabana got caught sleeping. As soon as the pitch was delivered and Gage caught it, he just stood straight up, kind of leisurely started back toward the bag, stayed on the foul territory, and gave Gage plenty of room to throw the ball. And Benson applies the tag and blocks the bag as well. Huge out for Santa Rosa.
Clark now checking on the count. And it's 1-2. Pitch misses inside to Dickinson. 2-2. Curve, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 2 quick, big outs for Santa Rosa. And now Casey Saunders will come to the plate.
And what momentum there has been on the game. It was on Ukiah's side early tonight, and it's slowly swaying back towards Santa Rosa. I'm not going to say it's all the way back towards Santa Rosa, but that play by Gage could be huge later on.
Here is the infielders for the All-League team. Kwame Clark is a utility player. Stevens and Cohen at third. Duran and Cabata at short. Sonula and Amerlin are the second baseman. And Serralo and Bremner are the first basemen for the 1994 All-League team. A strike to Saunders. It's 1-1.
Kwame going almost exclusively with breaking balls right now. He's feeling it there. He's going to stay outside again with one.
Another strike. 1-2. Clark getting in a groove now. Curve bounced foul. The count remains 1-2. Dickinson and Saunders after they pick off Kabata at third, and Ukiah comes up empty here in the third inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no runners left on for Ukiah, and we'll head to the fourth. The score remains 3-2.
Sonoma County is truly a golfer's paradise, and now you can experience a dream come true with the Post-Newsweek Cable ESPN Sonoma County Golf Fantasy. Imagine a free round of golf for four at one of Sonoma County's spectacular courses, like Fountain Grove, Bodega Harbor, Windsor Golf Club, Oakmont, Mountain Shadows, Adobe Creek, or Sonoma Golf Club. You'll arrive in style with limousine service provided by North Star. Sound like a fantasy? It could become a reality if you enter to win at Pacific Tire and Brake on Sebastopol Road. We make purchasing tires a positive experience. Holly's Paint Store on Santa Rosa Avenue, your truck and auto paint specialist. Bob Benson Acura on the Corby Auto Mall, engineered like no other Acura dealership. Evan Phillips of Polly and Madsen Realtor, a leading member of Sonoma County's home team. A perfect day of golf for four with limousine service. Sign up today and you could be this month's winner in the Post-Newsweek Cable ESPN Sonoma County Golf Fantasy.
Chad Hale steps in for Santa Rosa as we head to the fourth. Hale, Benson, and Dubois set to face Jeff Clary. Clary quickly falling behind in the count, 2-0. And Hale takes a strike for 2-1. Hale's a junior. He walked his first time up tonight. Hale with good speed had 4 stolen bases on the year for Santa Rosa. And Hale takes strike 2. It's full count. Panthers would love to get the leadoff man aboard here in the fourth, trailing by just a run. And they will with a walk.
No, he caught him. Hooked him. He called strike 3 on the pitch. Hale thought it was outside, and so did a lot of other people, but the home plate blue rings up with a strikeout.
Fooled me on that one. And now Reed Benson will step in. We're going to take a look at that 3-2 pitch in just a moment here. And it's now 2-0 to Reed Benson.
This is a full count. Ball looks like it was a little outside, but Brian Camp frames the ball well and gets the call by Blue.
Two-1 now to Benson. And there it is, strike 2. Benson swings and misses, strike 3, so 2 straight strikeouts for Clary. And now Steve Dubois will try and get something started for Santa Rosa here in the fourth.
Clary comes up strong. Just blows the ball by Reed.
Dubois struck out on his first trip to the plate.
Again, as is the case for most people at this level, Clary is having good control with his fastball. So the breaking ball has been giving him problems and getting him in trouble. Got the strikeout with the fastball last time. And also, so far in this game, the umpire, he hasn't been giving that breaking ball. It's coming across the plate a little bit high and then dipping down. He's been calling that a ball. He's been giving him the breaking ball down in the dirt, but not the one that comes right across the chest.
1-2 now to Dubois. Clary 1 pitch away from striking out the side. And he does. Excuse me, that's just strike 2. I'm a little bit ahead of myself here. 2-2 to Dubois. Dubois swings and misses, but the ball gets away from Camp. Great hustle by Brian Camp as he throws him out at first. Tremendous play. Going back to the fence. There's a lot of room behind home plate here. And Camp comes up strong with a nice play to end the inning. Heading to the bottom of the 4th here at Doyle now. It's still 3-2 Ukiah.
This place. Burger King on Mendocino Avenue is proud to announce its grand reopening featuring the new soft play playground for kids. Kids will love the soft play playground's twisty slide, the bouncy ball bat, and the wiggly web designed to absorb the roughest play. After your kids are through playing in the new soft play playground, let them enjoy a hamburger kids meal for only $1.99. Plus, everybody gets free drink refills. Don't miss the grand reopening of Burger King on Mendocino Avenue right across from SRJC.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 4th inning. Clark has thrown 2 shutout innings after being touched 4-3 in the first by the powerful Ukiah Wildcats. But he came on strong back in that 3rd inning with 2 strikeouts. Here's that last play again by Brian Camp. This one heads all the way to the fence, and yet he makes the play.
Gets a strikeout, but Camp makes a great play. Goes in sliding, picks up the ball, squares up to first. Actually makes the play look easy, but it was not. Camp being solid tonight for Ukiah behind the plate. A big part of their lead.
Bo Johnson will lead it off for Ukiah. And the one thing the Panthers have to be pleased about is to have Johnson leading off an inning as opposed to coming up with guys on base. Johnson tied for the league lead in home runs this year with Gene Lindsay with 4.
Called that strike 1, said he went around on the pitch.
He did make a little bit of movement with his hands, but it was ever so slight. Nonetheless, he gets the call. Now it's 0-2 as Clark drops in a curve.
Here's the first strike on Bo. Breaking ball's away in the dirt, but one plate umpire says he went around.
And Clark gets him with a fastball. 3 straight strikeouts for Kwame Clark as he seems to be gaining confidence on the hill for Santa Rosa.
Both pitches are clear. He finished off Santa Rosa, struck out the side. Kwame's getting it going here, too. Saw a lot of hitting early in the game. Now the pitch is starting to settle down.
Jared Sonula now steps in for Ukiah. He doubled and drove in a run back in the first inning, and he takes a strike.
There we go.
1-1 now to Sonula. Fastball bounced to short. Amerlin has it on a hop, throws across, and Bremner makes the tag for the putout.
It's been a while since Santa Rosa's defense made a play. Amerlin came up with the ball fairly cleanly. On to first, a little bit toward home plate. Bremner had plenty of time. And you'll see he comes off the bag and just makes the tag. Taking no chances. Plenty of time for Bremner here.
Eagle Jones now steps in for Ukiah and takes a curve for a strike. Clark continuing to get ahead of the hitters.
Jones jumped all over the first pitch against Kwame last time. He took that one. He's going to have to get to know him here.
Fastball hit well to second and through the glove of Zach Alexander for a base hit. Alexander had a pretty good first step on it, but took a hop up and over his glove for a single.
Now then, the catcher.
The Jones goes the other way, hits the ball well, and the ball was shifted away off toward the right, away from Zach Alexander, and looks like it caught a little speed as it hit the ground in the dirt there.
We have a pinch runner now for Ukiah. We'll see if we can pick up that number. Looks like number 15, Brian Delphin, will be running for Ukiah. Delphin has stolen 3 bases on the year for Ukiah, 3 for 3.
The 2-ounce coach for Ukiah maybe looking to pick up another run, get Delphin moving, get him into scoring position for Camp.
Brian Camp now at the plate, and he takes a strike.
Now this is where Kwame likes to come back with a breaking ball. Now if he does come back with a breaking ball, Delphin should get a good pitch to run on. See what Gage calls.
Clark with a quick throw over. Two outs, 1 on for Ukiah here in the 4th. They lead it by 1. Clark's pitch just misses outside, 1-1.
Delphin did not get a huge jump on that pitch. We'll see what he does here on the 1-1 count.
Saw Camp swing at a pitch outside, and he looked a little bit upset, as if perhaps that was a hit-and-run call and the runner missed the sign.
Kwame Clark came set fast, came to the plate before Delphin could even get off.
The runner goes, a good jump. Pitch is swung on and missed, and the inning is over. Clark comes up with 2 more strikeouts here in the 4th and leaves a runner on base for Ukiah. And we've completed 4 innings in the 1994 NBL Tournament Championship game. It's 3-2 Ukiah.
I like shopping food for less because it's close by, and first of all, the friendly place, and the food is much less expensive.
I seem to get a better value for my dollar. For the bulk of our groceries for the dollar we spend, we get the best deal in food for less.
Everything is at least, say, 5 cents, 10 cents, 30, 40 cents an item cheaper at Food for Less, and that's why I come back here.
I used to spend days on the phone nailing down my insurance policies, but I finally simplified things. Rogers & Young handles it all. My business package, workers' compensation, employee benefits, everything my business needs, and everything I need for my sanity. Now I can focus on my golf game. It needs it.
Rogers & Young works with the Allied Group to bring you comprehensive business insurance. Rogers & Young and Allied, an unbeatable twosome.
As we head to the 5th, we have a new pitcher on the mound for Ukiah, and it's number 33, Mark Short, who I believe just came up to the varsity squad at the end of the year from junior varsity, and he'll get some work here in a very tight 3-2 game of this NBL Tournament Championship against the Santa Rosa Panthers. He is just a sophomore for Ukiah, so one of the young arms the Wildcats will have available here on the varsity level for the next couple of years.
For a sophomore, Mark's a pretty big guy. From what we've seen of him warming up, looks like he brings in the ball pretty well, as it seems like all these Ukiah pitchers do.
Marcus McGilton will lead it off now for Santa Rosa.
Number 19, Marcus McGilton.
He had a fly to left field in his first trip to the plate tonight. Panthers trying to work for a couple runs here to take the lead. And this one misses up and in, 1-0. Looked like we might have a blowout here in the first inning as Ukiah came out and ripped the ball all over the yard. A couple of doubles, a triple. But that's all they've been able to muster off Kwame Clark. 2-0 now to Marcus McGilton. Fastball hit out into center field. Devin Doyle has it. And there's one away. So 2 flyouts for McGilton tonight. And now the top of the order for Santa Rosa, Kwame Clark.
As you were mentioning earlier, you really do have to give Santa Rosa a lot of credit for staying in this game. Early they were down 3-0. Looked like this game might be a blowout, and they kept their poise and came right back in the game a couple innings later.
Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Clark has been on base in both his appearances tonight, once with a walk and once after being hit by the pitch.
Your pitch, you feel it.
2-1 for Clark.
Third baseman playing in a little bit, first baseman playing back. If Klein wants to lay one down.
3-1 now to Clark.
Again, the breaking ball. They're not getting the calls up high.
And Clark's aboard. 2 walks and a hit by the pitch for Clark. So he's been on base all 3 times doing his job as the leadoff man. And now Matt Keegan will step in.
And I got to think if you're Coach Orange, you should probably put Kwame Clark in motion. You got a JV pitcher. Actually, he's playing varsity. He's called up from the JVs. This would be a good time to get him moving. Let him read him. And let Keegan try to drive him in.
Keegan is 0 for 1 with a fly to center field. He's also walked and scored a run tonight. Clark holds. The pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-0.
Again, we can't say it enough. Camp with a good stop behind the plate for Ukiah. Keeping Kwame at first.
Clark with a good lead down at first. Quick throw by Short. No tag by Johnson. And Clark is safe. Clark goes. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw is high and into center field. Clark with a stumble on his way to third. And the throw is offline. Clark is in. So a stolen base and an error sends Clark around to third. Third error of the ballgame for the Ukiah Wildcat defense. Not characteristic of them this year. And now Keegan has a chance to tie the game.
All out gutsy base running. Kwame away on the pitch. It's a fastball down the middle. And Camp comes up, gunning. Ball into center field, and you watch Kwame. He slides it a second, doesn't even hesitate. Boom, he's gone. He's off and running. And it was going to be a close play at third if Boyle could get the throw on line, but it wasn't.
Keegan pops it up. Johnson running towards the dugout and makes the catch for the second out. Big pitch right there for Mark Short. And there's 2 away now, and Matt Amerlin steps to the plate for Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa doesn't waste any time putting the pressure on Short. With Kwame at third base now, he's got to be careful with the breaking ball.
So a clutch situation for Matt Amerlin, and he has come through already tonight. 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. And he takes a curve up high for a ball.
Short making sure to keep the breaking ball up where Camp can handle it. Does not want to tie this game up with a pass ball. Let's make Amerlin earn it.
Fastball in for a strike. See, good velocity for the sophomore. Another fastball, and Amerlin hits it foul down the right field line. Amerlin has hit the ball hard in both his trips to the plate with a line out and a single. So he's 1 for 2 tonight.
Defense playing Amerlin to pull by the left fielder, and center field is playing straight away. Big gap in here in left center field for him.
Fastball just misses inside. Amerlin holding his ground, and it's 2-2.
Here we go.
2-2, 2 outs, and Clark is coming on the pitch. The ball is grounded out. Interesting time to send the runner from third.
Holy cow.
So the Panthers come up empty here in the top of the 5th, and we'll head to the bottom half of the inning. It's still 3-2. Ukiah.
This place. Burger King on Mendocino Avenue is proud to announce its grand reopening, featuring the new soft play playground for kids. Kids will love the soft play playground's twisty slide, the bouncy ball bat, and the wiggly web designed to absorb the roughest play. After your kids are through playing in the new soft play playground, let them enjoy a hamburger kids meal for only $1.99. Plus, everybody gets free drink refills. Don't miss the grand reopening of Burger King on Mendocino Avenue, right across from SRJC.
So a good tight battle here as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Kwame Clark still on the mound for Santa Rosa as Ukiah holds on to a 1-run lead. We're going to take a look at that last one. Clark was coming all the way, even though the ball was grounded out. You see how close Clark was. Very dangerous.
Kwame was definitely risking more than an out coming down the line. Gutsy play by Kwame, trying to make something happen for Santa Rosa. Amerlin did have to swing at the pitch. It would have been a strike had he taken it, and the third out of the inning. So Amerlin did his part.
Devin Doyle now steps in for Ukiah. Flew out to center field in his first trip to the plate tonight. And he takes a strike. Clark is really in a groove right now. Struck out 4 out of the last 6 batters he's faced. And 5 out of the last 7.
On one breaking ball by Kwame.
Take a look at his anatomy.
It's like it catches a lot of the plate, but Doyle ducks under it.
Slider this time misses away. It's 2-1. Grounder to short. Amerlin with a high throw. This time Bremner can't get it, but a nice backup by Gage.
It's a big play. The 9-hitter grounds the ball. The shortstop should be the first down of the inning. But Doyle reaches base.
First error of the ball game for Santa Rosa. Here's another look.
Doyle with a simple ground ball to Amerlin. Amerlin gets a nice hop, comes up, just lets it fly a little too much. Now what does Ukiah want to do? They want to play for one run, or they're going to go for a big inning and try to go for the knockout punch? Because if they do come up with a big inning here, it's going to be tough for Santa Rosa to come back again. They've already fought back once tonight.
Kwame almost had him leaning. It looked like Doyle was going. Doyle 6 of 7 in the stolen base department this year for Ukiah. Clark throws over again.
Doyle shortened up about a step.
The runner goes. It's a bunt and run. Clark tags the runner, which will hold Doyle to second base. I think the Wildcats were trying to get that runner all the way around to third. It will go down as a sacrifice for Pethel for the first out. Moving up to second is Boyle.
Everybody does their job. Pethel lays the ball down the first baseline, but Kwame Clark gets off the mound in a hurry, makes a good tag. As you see, Boyle was already rounding second base. If Kwame had to throw to first, there's a good chance Boyle would have made it to third.
That's one of the reasons why Mel Arnrich wanted Clark to pitch tonight, is he felt it really gives him another infielder and a great athlete. And there we saw it right there by Clark.
It paid off.
Rene Cabada, 2 for 2 so far tonight. Curve gets away from Gage, and Boyle will end up at third anyways after the wild pitch. Gage tried to get a piece of that one. Clark's had trouble controlling that hard slider tonight.
Yeah, Clark does not like coming inside with the pitch, because sometimes he might hang it over the plate, and these hitters with Ukiah are going to do something with it. So he's been keeping it away, and it cost him on that pitch. 1 out. Up to the Santa Rosa defense to come up big. They are playing in the infield.
Clark from the stretch. Cabada lines it back up the middle. A base hit. Boyle scores standing. It's 4-2 Ukiah. Cabada is 3 for 3.
And now with Cabada on base, Santa Rosa has the same problem they've been having all game. Here comes Ukiah's running game. Speed on the bases. Cabada, nothing fancy. Just puts the ball right back up the box. Drives in the run. Gives Ukiah a 2-run cushion.
Ryan Dickinson now steps in. Struck out his last time up. As you see, Devin Boyle scoring for Ukiah. Tripled in his first trip to the plate. Cabada's going. Pitch out. They've got Cabada hung out. Gage's throws in time, but he misses the tag. Can't get him as Cabada slides around the tag. And now manager Mel Arnrich is going to come out and have a word with Casey Roberts. And he is hot. Mel Arnrich showing about as much emotion as you will ever see from him on a baseball field. Is very upset with the call. We'll see if we can get another look.
What happened? Mel made the right call. Santa Rosa pitched out, got Cabada caught in between the bag, and it looked like Gage had a good shot at him. Amerlin went with a sweep tag, but the umpire says he didn't get him. Cabada gets caught up. It's a pitch out, hits the brakes, then he gets back going. Gage throws, and Amerlin goes with the sweep tag. Cabada with the slide off to the left side. And you can't see it there. Make your own judgment.
Very tough call. Very tough call.
Amerlin was confident that he had the play, but Cabada is saying to the umpire he's safe, so could have gone either way.
So Cabada now at second. Dickinson at the plate with 1 out. The curve is bounced to short. Amerlin has it and throws him out. 2 down now as Casey Saunders steps in for the Wildcats.
Again, I hate to keep harping on it, but you see Ukiah's speed. The ball was a ground ball to the shortstop, and Kabata, who's on second base, just went right ahead and went to third base. No hesitation. They run the bases aggressively. No doubt about that. We're going to see that play again at second. Make your own call. Again, Amerlin might get him here on the hip, but doesn't get the call. Casey Saunders trying to drive in another run for Ukiah. In a 4-2 game. With Ukiah in the lead. The bottom of the 5th. 2 down.
A pinch hitter actually here for Ukiah. This is not Casey Saunders. This is O.J. Johnson. And Johnson is hit by the pitch.
Johnson didn't exactly jump out on the way of the pitch either. He was looking for a ball on over the plate, and Kwame came inside. Johnson just gets nailed. See Johnson away from the plate, strides into the ball.
Where do you think you are?
Looking for a pitch out over the plate. And I guess he didn't have a chance to get away from it.
Bo Johnson now steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a flyout and a strikeout. So Johnson with a chance to do some damage for Ukiah. 2 on, 2 out. 4-2 ball game.
Guy's got a lot of options open to him.
And they're going to call a balk on Clark. Clark did not step off. And Kabata scores on the balk. Ukiah making things happen with that running game.
Well, Santa Rosa fell for the old trick. Runners on first and third. As soon as Kwame comes set, Johnson takes off and heads for second. Everybody starts screaming, and Kwame gets rattled, turns around, and starts to look at first, and there's nobody there. And one of the rules, once he turns to first like that, he has to throw.
So the Wildcats now up by 3, 5-2, with Johnson at the plate and a chance to add to the lead, and he swings and misses for a strike. Sonula waits on deck for the Wildcats. Clark trying to hang in there. There is some work going on now down in the Santa Rosa bullpen. Pitch tipped by Clark. Amerlin with a nice play, but the throw is not in time. Johnson showing his wheels with an infield hit, and the Wildcats are still alive here in the 5th with runners at the corners for Jared Sonula.
Bo Johnson taps the ball back up the middle, and Kwame knocked it down, knocked it over toward the shortstop, Matt Amerlin. And Amerlin comes up with the ball and makes a good throw to first, but Bo Johnson, hustling the whole way, is there. And again, 2 outs, runners on first and third for Ukiah. Last time in this situation, they did a balk steal and got themselves a run. Mel Arnrich out there talking to Kwame, going to leave him out. With 2 outs, hoping he can get out of the inning, and Santa Rosa can come back in the 6th and 7th and score some runs.
That is Jason Ingalls that is down and throwing in the Santa Rosa bullpen, number 9. Clark with a fake over. First and third for Ukiah. Runner goes. Pitch is bounced back to Clark. He's got it. Throws to first. And the side is retired. So Ukiah comes up with 2 here in the 5th. And they lead it by 3 as we head to the top of the 6th here at Doyle Park.
because it's close by, and first of all, they're friendly place, and the food is much less expensive.
I seem to get a better value for my dollar. For the bulk of our groceries, for the dollar we spend, we get the best deal in food for us.
Everything is at least, say, 5 cents, 10 cents, 30, 40 cents an item cheaper at Food for Less, and that's why I come back here.
Holy Toledo.
Welcome back. A new pitcher on the hill now for Ukiah as we head to the sixth. The third pitcher of the night, Jesse Anderson. Anderson has some great numbers, a 1.22 ERA, 21 strikeouts in just 23 innings of work, almost one per inning, a 2-0 record. And he has the job of trying to close this one out for the Wildcats.
You can't accuse Ukiah of coming down here to Santa Rosa short of pitching of staff. They're using them all tonight except for their ace, Ryan Dickinson, and who knows, you might see him too.
Luke Bremner will lead it off now for the Panthers.
Now batting, first baseman, number 20, Luke Bremner. Come on, Luke.
Bremner has lined out to first and grounded out to third in 2 trips to the plate tonight.
Okay, come on now. Everybody hit. Come on, left side. Here we go.
And Anderson's first pitch misses for a ball.
Look him over good, Luke. He's getting out and drill this baby. Left that
The Panthers with just 2 hits tonight. Bremner swings and misses at a strike.
There we go. Cut loose. Here we go. Go, Luke.
Curve, Bremner fouls it back out of play, and it's still 1-2.
Pitch before that, Jesse Anderson came in with a hard fastball, and Reed was behind on it. Sorry, Luke was behind on it. And then Jesse slowed up his breaking ball.
You're in the one. Let's go now.
Gets the foul off. 1-2 count.
1-2 the count. Got him looking. Fastball fools Bremner for the first out here in the 6th. And now Scott Gage will step in to face Jesse Anderson.
Anderson heats it up, goes down low, and can't frames the ball well. Bremner can't do much with that.
Get real.
Anderson starts Gage off with a strike.
Anderson's got that big delivery. He's a tall guy out there on the mound. Watch him come set, rock, and fire.
Curve misses up high. 1-1 now to Gage. Chad Hale waits on deck for Santa Rosa. We have another pitcher now getting loose down in the Santa Rosa bullpen. Gage draws a base on balls from Anderson. Here with 1 out in the 6th, and now Chad Hale will step in.
Brian McGee down coaching first base. Going to try to help get Gage along.
Number 23, Chad Hale.
Here you see George Horning throwing down in the Panther bullpen. He pitched 6 strong innings for Santa Rosa on Wednesday night to get here. All-league pitcher for the Panthers this year. Chad Hale, the center fielder, is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Hale takes a strike. It's 1-1.
Anderson gets the inside corner.
Fastball, Hale swings and misses. It's 1-2. 2-2 to Hale here in the 6th. Panthers needing a comeback rally. They've trailed by 3 twice tonight. Right off the get-go in the first, they were down by 3, but scored 2 in the 3rd to make it 3-2. Now they find themselves down by 3 again here in the 6th. Hale with a foul ball. Two-two, and Hale bounces it foul again to stay alive.
Jesse Anderson doing most of his work against Hale on the inside portion of the plate. His fastballs have been inside, his curveball's been coming in, breaking in them on the hands. 2-2 counts might be a good time to work him away, but they're going to go back inside to him, looks like.
Hale swings and misses. Anderson has his 2nd strikeout of the inning, and now Reed Benson will come to the plate.
All you're seeing in this at bat is good pitching. Anderson just blows this one. His fastball does work it out toward the outside part of the plate. No chance for Hale to catch up after having to protect that inside part of the plate.
Benson has hit into a fielder's choice and struck out in 2 trips, and he takes a strike. Anderson pumping him in there. He's already got 2 strikeouts. He can see why he had as many strikeouts as he did in just 23 innings this year.
Take a look at Anderson. I mean, he just looks comfortable out on the mound. He looks like he belongs there. He just walks up. He's a prototype pitcher.
Anderson's pitch is by Benson for strike 2. It's 1-2. Anderson 1 pitch away from striking out the side here in the 6th. Fastball, Benson hits it well into left center field, and this one is up against the fence. Gage will be waved to the plate, and he scores. Benson with a big 2-out double keeps the Panthers' hopes alive. It's 5-3.
Clutch 2-out hit by Reed. Santa Rosa was a little bit dead. Anderson leaves the ball up, and Benson gets around. Ball's in the left center gap. Gage wasn't slowing down at all. Coach Dunn sends him. The throw comes into 3rd base instead of into the shortstop. And that allows Gage to score easily. And Benson's on 2nd with 2 down.
Bethel did a nice job of cutting that ball off in the gap. We're going to have a pinch runner right here for Santa Rosa.
Now entering the game is the pinch runner, number 4,
Chris Sweat is going to come in to run for Reed Benson. Panthers down by 2 here in the 6th. A big at-bat coming up right here for Steve Dubois, the sophomore for the Panthers.
Same story for Santa Rosa as in earlier in the game. You noted they were down 3-0, came back, cut it to 3-2. Now just a 2-run deficit with 2 outs.
Fastball in for a strike.
Stevie Dubois has just got to jump on that fastball when he sees it. He does not like the breaking ball. If he gets a fastball here he can hit, he's got to be able to jump on it if he wants to give Santa Rosa a chance.
Another fastball in for strike 2, and it's quickly 0-2. Anderson again with a chance to strike out the side with 1 pitch.
Got to be looking breaking ball.
It is a curve. Dubois holds up. And the count goes to 1-2.
Camp remembers early in the game they got Dubois on a breaking ball. So watch the way he sets up on this pitch.
Dubois fouls it off to stay alive.
Shoot the ball, baby. Shoot the ball.
Sweat at second here. 5-3 Ukiah in the 6th. Curve got him swinging. Anderson strikes out the side. But Santa Rosa stays alive with a run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left on. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Ukiah 5, Santa Rosa 3.
What makes Farmers Lane Food Burger King different from others?
Alpha's raised over $15,000 in 2 years for local schools. Got a good report card? Bring it, we'll give you a free cheeseburger.
Car wash fundraiser? Let us host your group's next event. It seems everyone feels good about the community spirit at Farmers Lane Food.
Kwame Clark still in the ballgame for Santa Rosa as we head to the bottom of the 6th. You see Ukiah with 3 in the 1st, 2 in the 5th. Santa Rosa with 2 in the 3rd, and they actually picked up 1 there in the 6th inning. So it is 5-3, not 5-2. Eagle Jones will step in now for Ukiah to face Kwame Clark. Clark with a very gutsy performance here so far to Pat. Ukiah came out really ripping the ball early in the game. He kept him at bay. A couple of runs last inning, but really the balk is what really hurt him there.
Yeah, you saw once Santa Rosa got down 4-2 on a clean base hit by Ukiah, and then what really got him going, or really got Ukiah going, is when Cabata was called safe at second base on that close play, and things just went a little bit more downhill from there for Santa Rosa until they were able to calm the storm. And now Eagle Jones, the DH, leads off in the bottom of the 6th.
Pitches in for a strike to Eagle Jones. Clark with good control here tonight. The lone walk he issued was back in the 1st inning. Actually, the leadoff man is the only guy he walked. He hit a batter in the 5th.
Wide open stance by Clark. Sorry, by Jones.
Clark wastes one. It's 1-2.
See, Eagle Jones got a left foot. He's pointing towards third base. Goes ahead, dives into the ball.
2-2 now as Clark just misses with the fastball. Curve pops him up. Bremner calls for it at first, but the ball pops out of his glove, and Jones is safe. Oh my, tough break right there for the Panthers defensively. Yes, Bremner can't hang on to the pop-up.
Okay, breaking ball, Jones pops up. An easy play for Bremner, and he just flat out misses it. And the leadoff runner aboard for Ukiah.
Bob McCrawley will now run for Ukiah. Number 7 for the Wildcats. McCrawley is 1 for 1 in the stolen base department for Ukiah.
If Ukiah stays true to form, he'll be off and running in the first couple pitches.
Brian Camp, the catcher, steps in for the Wildcats. Clark with a throw over.
Tell you what, right now, Luke Bremner rooting hard for his catcher, Scott Gage, if this guy goes. That's the kind of stuff that goes through your mind over there after a play like that happens. You hope your teammates can pick you up.
Bunt attempt by Camp, but he fouls it back. It's 0-1.
Santa Rosa third baseman, Reed Benson, playing in. The bunt goes down to the third base side. He'll make the play to second. Play off to first. The first base side is all Kwame Clark's. We've seen earlier he can fill his position quite well.
Pitch gets away. Clark tried to bring it up and in as Camp was squaring. The ball made it to the backstop cleanly. And now McCrawley is at second base.
Kwame just let that last pitch get away from him. Saw the big target there in Camp squaring around. Instead of picking up the target in the glove, he ended up looking at Camp, and so he's used to throwing at what he looks at. Camp threw him for a loop.
Camp squaring again, and it gets away. This time it's a pass ball. Now the Wildcats have a runner at third with nobody out here in the 6th.
Well, Camp squared around the last 2 times. He's going to square around here and squeeze.
Good work, Kwame. Go down now. Touch that glove now. Come on.
Doesn't look like it. No signs being given by the Ukiah coach.
3-1 now to Brian Camp. Devin Boyle, the center fielder, is on deck for Ukiah.
Santa Rosa's infield's playing in a ground ball. They will come to the plate with it.
Fastball fouled back.
In this situation, Santa Rosa can do 1 or 2 things. They can either roll over right here and give it up, or stick it out and try to make the big play.
Fastball fouled back again. Panthers with the infield in right here. They trail by 2. Ukiah with a chance to build their lead up to a 3-run lead for the 3rd time tonight. See, Jason Ingalls is up and throwing again in the Panther bullpen. 2nd time tonight we've seen him throwing for Santa Rosa. Clark has gone the distance, and this one is hit well into left field, and it's by the left fielder Keegan for extra bases. A double for Brian Camp and an RBI. Ukiah leads at 6-3. And here comes manager Mel Arnrich out to have a talk with Kwame Clark. This could be all for the Panther right-hander. And I believe that is going to do it. So the Panthers with a pitching change here in the 6th inning. No outs and a runner at second. And we'll take a quick break ourselves, and we'll be back with the rest of tonight's game after this.
Yo, me and Professor Eugenius are going to do a mathematical deduction for you. Which is fresher, third party or our party? Does third party bust the moves?
No.
Yo, Teach, what about our party? Let's review. Our party? Their party. Wake up! Party sober and drug-free with Friday Night Live.
Love this place! Burger King on Mendocino Avenue is proud to announce its grand reopening featuring the new soft play playground for kids. Kids will love the soft play playground's twisty slide, the bouncy ball bath, and the wiggly web designed to absorb the roughest play. After your kids are through playing in the new soft play playground, let them enjoy a hamburger kids meal for only $1.99. Plus, everybody gets free drink refills. Don't miss the grand reopening of Burger King on Mendocino Avenue right across from SRJC.
Devin Boyle has just sacrificed Brian Camp over to third base. There was about a 20-minute delay here as the lights went out. We paused tape. And that is the first out of the inning. Had to wait for the lights to cool down, had to wait for the lights to come back on, and now we're back and rolling here. Rich Sperling will now pinch hit for Brett Pethel. Sperling with his first AB of the night, and a chance to give Ukiah a 7-3 lead here in the sixth. And a swing and a miss. Carrillo hits the outside corner. Jake Carrillo on, replacing Kwame Clark. Sperling swings and misses. Carrillo with a strikeout. And now Rene Cabada will step in. You see Carrillo's numbers on the year, 3.74 ERA, 11 strikeouts in 45 innings pitched, just 8 walks.
Jake Carrillo heated up after that last break. Came back strong for Santa Rosa with a good strikeout.
In for a strike. Curved in for strike two to Cabada.
Jake Carrillo 0-1 pitch, breaking ball. Perfect location tonight. It's got a 0-2.
Another curve, misses inside, 1-2.
Have a night tonight, RC. Let's go, Cabada. Come on.
Runner at third here with 2 outs. A 6-3 ball game. Bottom of the sixth. Hit well, center field, but right at Chad Hale, and they finally get Cabada out. The Wildcats come up empty here in the sixth, and we'll turn the page and head to the seventh and final inning here at Doyle Park. Ukiah leads it 6-3.
Sonoma County is truly a golfer's paradise, and now you can experience a dream come true with the Post Newsweek cable ESPN Sonoma County Golf County's spectacular courses like Fountain Grove, Bodega Harbor, Windsor Golf Club, Oakmont, Mountain Shadows, Adobe Creek, or Sonoma Golf Club. You'll arrive in style with limousine service provided by North Star. Sound like a fantasy? It could become a reality if you enter to win at Pacific Tire and Brake on Sebastopol Road. We make purchasing tires a positive experience. Holly's Paint Store on Santa Rosa Avenue, your truck and auto paint specialist. Bob Benson Acura on the Corby Auto Mall, engineered like no other Acura dealership. Evan Phillips of Polly and Madsen Realtor, a leading member of Sonoma County's home team. A perfect day of golf for four with limousine service. Sign up today and you could be this month's winner in the Post Newsweek Cable ESPN Sonoma County Golf Fantasy.
As we head to the 7th inning, Jared Sonula is on for the Ukiah Wildcats, pitching here to try and close out this NBL Tournament Championship. Sonula has only thrown 1 inning this year. 1 walk, 1 hit given up, 2 strikeouts. So 2 strikeouts in 1 inning of work. And he'll try and close it here tonight. Going to third now for Ukiah is O.J. Johnson. Brett Pethel moves to second base. And Sperling stays in the game in left field. Sonula's first pitch is in for a strike. Another hard thrower for the Wildcats.
Dig in 1-9. Run it out.
Marcus McJilton 0 for 2 so far tonight with 2 flyouts, and he fouls this one back. It's 0-2.
Ball, line it out now. Make it happen. Everybody hitting the ball.
Fastball just misses down low. 1-2. Wildcats looking for their 18th win of the season. And it's now 2-2. If you'd like a copy of this or any of our Game of the Week telecasts, mail us or drop off a blank videotape, VHS format, and $30 to Post Newsweek Cable. McJilton goes down swinging, 4th straight out recorded by strikeout for the Ukiah pitching staff. And now the top of the order, and Kwame Clark steps in for Santa Rosa.
Start it up.
1-1 count to Kwame Clark here in the top of the 9th. Jared Sonula has shown you the heat.
Pitch misses inside, 2-1. Check that. Do not believe it is Brett Pethel that's playing second base. We'll see if we can pick up that number. Kind of tough to read the Wildcat jerseys here at night. See if we can pick up that number of the Wildcats second baseman. Clark drives it right to the third baseman, Johnson, who throws across low. Bo Johnson digs it out. Lavin Minton is the second baseman. So Minton checked into the game, and Pethel is out. And now the Panthers are down to their final out here in the 1994 season as Matt Keegan steps in. And he takes a strike.
Let's go.
Fastball in the dirt, 1-1. Fastball misses low, 2-1. Panthers desperately need a base runner here. Down by 3 with 2 outs in the 7th. Soniola's fastball misses down low. 3-1 to Keegan.
Gotta be right there, man.
Welcome.
That'll be yours.
Gotta be there too, Tim. Come on, this one's straight.
Good hitter now, bud.
And Keegan takes a strike. So Soniola 1 strike away from saving it for the Wildcats here.
Make it happen.
And it's grounded to second. Minton to his right, has it, throws, and got him. Ukiah is the undisputed NBL champion for 1994.
The well-played game by Ukiah. They did a lot of their damage. Most of the damage came in the first inning and in the 5th. Stayed together, held off Santa Rosa for the victory.
So Ukiah with a victory in classic style for them, hitting the long ball, running the bases, very aggressive team. Santa Rosa, you can see, was trying to hold them at bay, Pat, but just couldn't do it. And a lot of credit has to go to Kwame Clark for his performance tonight. Managed to make it through 6 innings, but the Wildcats using a lot of different pitchers, all of them throwing well, hitting the ball well, running the bases well. They're a good, solid ball club. We wish them all the luck in the world in the NCS playoffs. They should represent the NBL very well.
Yeah, they did. They won, like you said, they won the league outright, came into this tournament, played good, strong, hard baseball, and just took it to Santa Rosa tonight. Santa Rosa's got nothing to be ashamed of, though. They played well, came back twice, but to no avail tonight.
So the 1994 NBL season has come to a close with the Ukiah Wildcats heading on to represent the North Bay League in the upcoming NCS playoffs as they close out the regular season with the championship and then finish up with a 6-3 NBL Tournament Championship here against the Santa Rosa Panthers at Doyle Park. That's going to do it for our telecast tonight. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage of high school baseball here in 1994. Once again, the final score in tonight's NBL Tournament Champion, Ukiah 6 and Santa Rosa 3.
Baseball. You're never too old to enjoy it. And now, thanks to the Men's Senior Baseball League, you're never too old to play it. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Sigler, president and founder of the Men's Senior Baseball League. Are you 30 years old or over and still playing softball? You don't have to go soft. Play hard. Hardball.
Hello there, everybody. This is Mel Allen. I'd like to talk to you for a moment about the Men's Senior Baseball League. Now, I know many of you have heard my broadcast, so you know the great love I have for the game. and I sure hope many of you share that same feeling. Well, now, it's one thing to watch a game, but it's quite another to play in one. And that's part of the reason why the Men's Senior Baseball League came about.
My son was in Little League. I couldn't wait to finish with the uniforms and it started all over again. My husband was the Little Leaguer.
For years, you developed a love affair with hardball. From Little League right on through high school, it seemed like it would never end. But graduation and the responsibilities of life took care of that, so no more baseball. Steve Sigler wanted to continue this love affair. So at age 38, he organized the Men's Senior League. Of course, it would have been easy to join up with a local softball team, but Steve wanted to play hardball. And my guess is you did too.
If men 30 and over know that there's a viable alternative to softball, they're interested.
As a matter of fact, once word got out nationally that there was serious baseball being played by guys 30 and older, well, leagues started springing up all the way from New York to California. The success of the Men's Senior Baseball League is based on a simple concept. Men have been hungering to play recreational baseball for years.
Now that the concept is here and it's available, men will never give it up again. They'll never give it up again.
Since its inception, the Men's Senior Baseball League has consistently grown. It supports hundreds of leagues and thousands of teams with over 20,000 players nationwide. Man, that's serious growth. And guess what? Some of these guys are former major leaguers, like Jose Cardinal and Jim Barr. Now, how about that? The 30 to 45-year-old bracket remains the largest demographic group in the entire USA, with players from all walks of life. As a result, you get stockbrokers, you get butchers, you even get professors. And they all love the game. And that's the beauty of the whole thing. When it's time to play ball, well, it's like being a kid again, complete with big league action. Men's Senior Baseball League has recently added a new division for players 18 through 29, and it's called the Men's Adult Baseball League. And let me tell you, it looks like it's taken off too. You know, the league's popularity has generated so much interest that the Men's Senior Baseball League now publishes its own magazine, appropriately called Hardball. And it provides ongoing information about the leagues, the teams, and the players. There's also full coverage of the MSBL World Series, which is held every year in Arizona and Florida. The series attracts almost 200 teams every year, all the while gaining national coverage on cable TV. Now, how about that? The Men's Senior Baseball League is the embodiment of an idea whose time has come. High-quality, well-organized recreational baseball for men playing in 18 and over leagues and 30 and over leagues. Hey, even the corporate giants are getting into the act by sponsoring league play and the Men's Senior Baseball League World Series, too. So, if you're interested in playing the game that you fell in love with, hey, don't go soft. Play hardball. Check out a Men's Senior Baseball League nearby. And before you know it, you'll be hearing, "Play ball!"
Now you have a choice. You don't just have to watch from here.
So, fellas, sign up. Get into the action. For the Men's Senior Baseball League, this is Mel Allen saying thank you and goodbye, everybody.